Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I'm the best reporting on the Eagles. You already know before we get into the meat and potatoes, you know what's going on. Big print champs, get your Hurt Season shirt. You know what I mean? With each purchase of the Hurt Season shirt, you get the Hurt Season hat at a discounted rate. You want to take fully advantage of that. God bless who hating, streaming, jumping out the gym. We had Eagles football yesterday. We got some things to talk about. You know what I mean? Week 1 is in the books. Now we know the changes that need to be made. And this is what I want to say. I will say this, man. It's good to get a win, you know what I'm saying, when you still got things to correct. You know what I mean? Winning is the only thing that matters. Do not get it confused. Some people might view it as ugly. Some people are, doing what they do, jumping off the rails, this, that, and the third. But you dealing with a team. Let me say what up to the people real quick. My guy, already, Weezy talking about offense got to get better. Man of God, what's up? Beast on bro, what's up? I see my dog High Dime in the building. Yeah. Robert M in the building. Yes, sir. Bro Peppers in the building. William Koza, what's up, Will? D-Lo, what's up, D-Lo? Yeah. Bro, 88 was open all night. But listen. We can't harp on that here. We can't harp on how many times 88 was open. You know what I mean? Because the fact of the matter is this. You still got Devontae Smith. You still got A.J. Brown. It's only one ball. You can't throw 2 balls at one time. You can't throw 2 balls at one time, man. So, I'm not worrying about how many times he was open. People open on every play. Why do we do that? General JD, thank you for the super chat. Davis and Carter showing big flashes. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, Dallas got it was open a lot. You know what I mean? And on plays, a lot of people were open. You know what I mean? But it's only one ball. Everybody can't have their way. It's only one ball. You can't be mad at your quarterback for throwing to one of the 1,000-yard receivers. You can't be mad at him for doing that. You know what I mean? It's only one ball. And the O-line wasn't, their best yesterday. The play calling wasn't its best yesterday. At the same time, you got to understand that we're trying to find our identity. We're trying to find our identity, you know what I mean, with our new offensive coordinator. We're trying to find what type of team we want to be, you know what I mean, offensively. I think the offensive play calling is the biggest concern for me if you want to have a takeaway. And I also feel like, is Dean good as far as injury or what? And I also feel like situational football could be. Listen, I gave Sean Desai a hard time. But the facts of the matter is that Sean Desai was able to close that game out on the defensive side of the ball. We was able to get the ball back and take a knee. That's the facts of the matter. You know what I mean? The rainy conditions outside dictated how you play the game. Listen, we got to find our rhythm. We got to find who we are. We got 2 new coordinators. We got to find who we are, man. So don't worry about that. Every game can't be a blowout. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta grind it out. That's a great team win. No matter you want to be down on the win or not. Jalen Hurts was about 66% completion percentage. You know what I mean? He did a phenomenal job, in my opinion, of taking what the defense gave him. You know what I mean? In the beginning of that game, look, they got a great defense over there. I've been telling y'all this all week. Y'all been telling me no. They got a great defense over there. Me and Philly Mike just did GOAT talk. We told y'all we were worried about the middle of the field. We were worried about tight end play. We told y'all what we were worried about, and all the things that we were worried about came to fruition. Safety in the middle of the field. We told you guys. So nothing that I seen yesterday surprised me. Like, what do you expect? And respectfully, what do you expect to happen when your team doesn't play in the preseason? And you saw in the press conference, I think Jalen Hurts alluded to the fact that Nick Sirianni would possibly, think about how he approaches the offseason. You know what I mean? In terms of playing guys in the preseason. No, LB, stop. We played like trash, bro. Based off what, Maverick? Based off what? If you want to go run in traffic and jump in traffic because your team 1-0, going against a tough New England team, I don't feel like, listen, winning is all that matter. It might not be the way you wanted to win, but winning is all that matter. Winning is all that matter to me. So, I can't say we played like trash in a winning effort. I can't say it. We looked rusty. We looked out of sync. We didn't play in preseason. Still won. Still won. You know what I mean? Yeah, Mr. Eliminator, I agree with you on that one. I don't like Sidney Brown not starting. Sidney Brown needs to start. I think Christian Ellis needs a little more, if not the same amount of time as Cunningham. Because when Christian Ellis came into the game and when Fletcher Cox came in there and said, no, I'm going to get some interior pressure, you know what I mean? Because they, listen, those guys can't block Fletcher Cox and Jordan Carter. They can't block Fletcher Cox and Jordan Carter. We seen it yesterday. Pro Fit Time, man. Thank you, man. My God, member for 20 months. Games like this is why kickers matter to win a game. The sloppy speaks to how good this roster is. How many games have we had like this under Hurts? You haven't had many games like this under Hurts. It's a lot. I only can see the super chats. I can see the other comments, but they're moving fast. My God, D-Lo, what stood out to me was our draft picks are playing special teams, and it's helping. Punting was good. Dean, Davis, and Carter are the future. I agree, man. You know, I got to look at the tape to really gauge what Nakobe Dean was out there doing. But, you know, I know he did get injured. He did get banged up. I don't know what that's about. But Jordan Evans looked lost. Why is Evans getting that much play? Kayvon Wallace is better than Evans. Kayvon Wallace was more impactful for his team than Evans was for us. I don't understand how Evans is getting playing time over Sidney Brown. Evans did not make a play all offseason. He didn't make a play in the... Come on. It is what it is, man. He didn't make a play at all in the preseason. And, you know, you got Sidney Brown coming down the field, hitting, whacking people. You need Sidney Brown running downfield like that in the punt return game. You know what I'm saying? In the punt return game, that's what you need. I'm sorry, in the safety play, you need guys like Sidney Brown running downhill, running up, you know what I mean, to make tackles. You see the tackles that Reed Blankenship was making? Those are the kind of tackles that Sidney Brown make all the time. So if you got two heat-seeking missiles from the safety position that could diagnose a screenplay fast, then you could get to the ball carrier fast and make something happen. You know what I mean? Why is Sidney Brown? I don't understand. Put Evans at special teams. Put Evans at special teams. You know what I mean? That kind of blew me for real, man. Sidney Brown should be starting alongside Reed Blankenship. I'd rather have a young, athletic, you know what I mean, safety duo than just put Edmonds as trash too. Edmonds is trash too. Like, neither one of them are better than Sidney Brown. I don't get it. Maddox was a little rusty to me. None of them played in preseason, y'all. None of them played in preseason. This is week 1. It was rain all up and down the East Coast. It was rain in Sunday Night Football. You know what I'm saying? None of them played in preseason, y'all. And you come out to start the season in wet conditions. Now, Jalen Hurts wasn't off, you know what I mean, throwing the ball, in my opinion. I just think that nobody played in preseason. The offensive line had to, you know, get their feet wet and things like that. You know what I mean? I don't think the Eagles really settled into the game into the second half. I don't. You know what I mean? That's when Jalen Hurts, they start calling plays to get, you know, Smitty, you know, one-on-one beat up on Gonzalez. They start calling plays to get, you know what I mean, A.J. Brown more involved. Like, both of them had a series apiece. You know what I mean? Y'all keep talking about Dallas Goedert being open. And this is the biggest misconception to me. What's your take about Swift not getting touches? The biggest, listen, my take on the running back room is why wasn't Penny playing, knowing the type of team we was playing against? Why was Rashad Penny inactive? Why is Penny inactive? I told y'all that Gainwell was going to be RB1. So I want to rub that in y'all face. I already seen that coming. I think Gainwell played well. You know what I mean? But why was Penny inactive? In a game where you could have used the thumper, you could have used some play action, you know what I mean, to move some of those cornerbacks they got. They got a good back end. You know what I mean? They got a good cornerback safety situation over there. Them boys was playing ball yesterday. You know what I mean? On the defensive side of the ball. And Jalen Hurts wasn't trying to force nothing, because in a game like that, you just got to take what the defense give you. You got to take what the defense give you. Like you, Rashad Penny. See, our problems yesterday were more coaching based and more personnel based. To ice the game, you calling a quarterback keeper, and then your quarterback end up fumbling the ball? Listen, newsflash. Jalen Hurts is dangerous running the ball. But Jalen Hurts is not a running back, y'all. Jalen Hurts needs to slide every time. Trucking people, unless it's a first down at stake, is not worth it. It's not worth it. So in order to protect your franchise quarterback, give the ball to a running back. Why do you go get Penny in the offseason if you don't want him active to salt games away? That didn't make sense to me. A lot of the play calling was horrible on the offensive side of the ball, if you want me to keep it a buck. A lot of the play calling was horrible, man. You didn't see much, not one tight end screen. That's a staple of this offense. You saw the running backs be used more in the passing game. You know what I mean? The check down, the dump downs. You know, Jalen Hurts is conscious that that's there for him. Hot routes against blitzes, didn't see a lot of them either. You know what I mean? This like Brian, I'm not getting a warm and fuzzy from Brian Johnson. I'm not getting a warm and fuzzy from Brian Johnson. I think Sean Desai will pick it up. I like how the interior is looking. We could stop the run. You know what I mean? I feel like we could be a good run-stopping team this year. I love it. Milton Williams look good in the middle. Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, them boys look outstanding. The defensive line looks good. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the pressure was getting there. We was getting close, but Mac Jones was getting the ball out of his hands. You know what I mean? We was getting close. You know what I mean? We was getting close against some sacks. Hassan Reddick is still looking sharp and things of that nature. Sweat. I love it. The Yale Nation podcast, thank you for the super chat. Not using Goddard was negligence. But, I mean, listen, man, when you got a roster this good with these many weapons, Smitty, A.J. Brown, Dallas Goddard, everybody not going to eat every week. Everybody not going to eat every week. But it was some plays where Goddard was wide open and Jalen Hurts just didn't throw the ball to him. You know what I mean? You got to understand what a miss is. When you say Jalen Hurts missed Dallas Goddard, that means he threw a bad pass to him that Dallas Goddard couldn't catch. You know what I mean? Not throwing a pass to a guy on a play is not a miss. That's not a miss. That's not a miss. When you miss a guy, you overthrow him, you underthrow him, that's a miss. You know what I mean? But making the wrong read, you know what I mean? Had Goddard would have ate and Smitty didn't get a touch, y'all would have say, why we didn't get a ball to Devontae Smith? Why we didn't get a ball to Devontae Smith? You can't do that. You know what I mean? You can't do. I don't agree with, you know, takes and things like that. But at the end of the day, man, listen, the win is a win to me. I didn't see us blowing these guys out. If you look at my prediction, I didn't say that. You know what I mean? I felt like that this was going to be closer than a lot of people thought because we don't play in preseason. We don't play in preseason. And I'm fine with that. You look at the Sunday Night Football matchup, I don't know about how much them guys played in preseason, but you know what I mean? Dak Prescott only had to throw the ball 13 times. He only had 13 completions. You know what I mean? 13 completions to win the game. Sometimes that's how the chips fall. He didn't even throw a touchdown pass. So do you feel like guys were neglected on that in that game? Smitty didn't have a catch week 1 last year too. Exactly. And what did everybody say? JG General, thank you for the super chat. Everybody said that why didn't we throw the ball to Devontae Smith? Why didn't we throw the ball every week? Nakobe Dean avoids surgery for foot. Eagles linebacker to miss multiple weeks. Nakobe Dean avoids surgery for foot injury. Nakobe Dean out for multiple weeks, man. Come on, man. I got to change the thumbnail, the title of this video now, man. Christian Ellis going to take over, man. Stick a fork and buddy to me, man. I ain't got time to be waiting for that dude. I ain't got time to be waiting for it, man. It's looking real injury prone-ish to me. You know what I mean? He was supposed to be the green dot. Now we got to split. We need a linebacker bad. The Philadelphia Eagles now need a linebacker. Now need a linebacker. You know what I mean? And I heard Fletcher Cox was supposed to get an MRI. You know what I mean? Now, I heard Howie Roseman got to make something shake. Because now you're going to come out there with Christian Ellis and Zach Cunningham. Now, I like Christian Ellis. I really like Christian Ellis. You know what I mean? I think now you got to start cross-training. You got to start cross-training guys, man, to see who go play in that linebacker position. I would hate to see, you know, Hassan Reddick dropping back more because we don't have linebackers. You got to do a lot. Dean was lost in pass coverage anyway. He was lost in pass coverage. He was looking like a liability. But you need a linebacker at this point now. The fact that Nakobe Dean is now breaking news about to miss multiple weeks, that don't sit well with me. That's not good for the group. That's not good information. That's not good information. You know what I mean? Nolan Smith might got to drop back in coverage a couple of times on some of these pass plays. That's not cool. And I absolutely think you have to make a trade. You have to make a trade. You have to go get you a linebacker. We should have been more aggressive in that. Or you got to start playing some more big nickel and bringing down an extra safety to play linebacker or something. Like this is where Sean Desai got to get creative. You know what I mean? Go get Sue if Cox can't come out right. What LBs are out there? I don't know. We gotta look at that. But this is just breaking news. Nakobe Dean to miss multiple weeks. Can't wait forever for some of these players. I say go get Queen. I say go get Queen too. Jefferson and Addison about to torch us. I mean, I don't really think so. I think that Kirk Cousins and that offensive line over there, I think they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Honestly, I think the defensive line is going to get to Kirk Cousins fast, but I feel like that these guys are going to target the linebackers. They're going to target the middle of the field. You know what I mean? You got a short week. You ain't getting nobody this quick. You're not getting nobody this quick. So Sean Desai got to be in this office right now trying to figure something out. He got to figure something out. Time to put Nolan Smith at linebacker. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at that. We got Ricks. He's ready. Ricks is a cornerback. I'm talking about playing some big nickel. I'm talking about probably I would bring a safety in the box. I would bring Edmonds in the box to fill in some gaps to help with tackling. He could tackle. I would bring Edmonds in the box. You know what I mean? I think that Edmonds could play some linebacker for us. You know what I mean? I would bring Edmonds in the box. We got our boy Morrow. Morrow made the practice squad, so I can see Anthony Morrow getting elevated, which I like. I like the possibility of that. I mean, he really can't cover either, but you know what I mean? He's a linebacker. He can tackle. So I like the possibility of that. So bring Anthony Morrow up. Sidney Brown in the box. I don't really like Sidney Brown in the box, man. I think he could tackle. Sidney Brown could tackle, but I think he's a little too small to be in the box. That's why I'm thinking more of an Edmonds type of guy. But Dalvin Cook ain't over there. You know what I mean? But you still got to be aware of the screen game, because the tape is out on how we were just, the screen and the misdirection and all of that. Off topic, but I still believe C.J. Gardner-Johnson was worth more than Bradbury. Yeah, that's off topic, and I don't believe that. I definitely don't believe that. I think Gardner-Johnson definitely was one of them ones for sure, but worth more than Bradbury, I don't know, man. It's hard to gauge. It's hard to gauge it, man, because they both were good. The play calling was trash. We got a lot to clean up. LB, I bet Louis T was nervous yesterday. Of course he was. I was nervous yesterday. After the Jalen Hurts fumble, like the fumble is the fumble. I can't even really say the quarterback keeper is a bad call because Minnesota center could be out. Facts. I can't really say that, the quarterback keeper was a bad call in that situation, because it got you like 8 yards. It was real positive yards. I just don't see the difference in running it with a running back, like somebody who carries the ball all the time. I mean, you just trying to keep the clock moving in that situation and force a long punt. I just don't see the smarts in putting the ball in your quarterback hand right there and having him take hits. I don't see it, bro. In the second half, when we came out, the empty backfield, we was cooking them. Let the dude throw the ball. Let him get warmed up. Like all the RPO stuff, like you got to mix that up, bro. We were just like, we going to run RPOs. We're going to try to get him off balance with that. Then we're going to go empty backfield. I mean, come on, bro. Mix it up. Sometime go RPO. Sometime go empty. You know what I mean? You could do those things in 2 series. But, like, we were just super stagnant, man. I don't think we got our packages together. I just don't understand it. Slay got cooked by that double move. He did. On the fumble, they put their hat on the ball. Yeah, that's what you're taught. You're taught to eat the ball. You're taught to eat the ball. You know what I mean? A lot of people put hats on the balls when running backs run the ball and they don't come out, though. Like, why was Penny inactive? I got to keep going back to that. Gainwell is not RB1. Gainwell is RB1, bro. I'm sorry. I think Gainwell is RB1. I like how Gainwell ran the ball in that game. He didn't have he didn't have many attempts. He was instrumental on the first series of the game for us, catching and running the ball. I think Gainwell can be an RB1, but I think you still got to do a running back by committee. You know what I mean? Gainwell can shoulder the load. You know what I mean? Gainwell had a good game, if you ask me. I think he had like 50-something rushing yards, but it is what it is. Oh, man, I missed a notification. You ain't missed nothing, rude girl. How you doing? Gainwell is nice, but he's not a workhorse. Y'all just don't like the idea of it, but show me the tape or show me the evidence of him not being a workhorse. You know what I mean? I'm going to take that dirty win. I'm going to take that, man. I love a dirty Diana. I'll take the dirty win any day of the week. Because when you could win dirty like that and still have things to clean up, at the end of the day, That's marvelous. Like, we're 1-0 and we know we got to do better. We're 1-0 and we know we got to do better. Let that sink in. Unnecessary risk to Jalen Hurts on a wet field. Exactly, I agree. Hair getting long, LB. I see you. You know, I'm using my products. Using the good products. He not RB1, bro. Based off what? His size? I don't get it, because he looked like an RB1 to me. He looked like an RB1 to me. The middle of the field is a problem for us on defense. Facts. The middle of the field definitely is a problem for us on defense. You know what I mean? Gainwell is a workhorse, true RB1. We just need to use Swift and Penny as well. I think you have to mix it up. Gainwell is not a guy that should take every carry. Nobody does that in the NFL, by the way. Show some grit with a win like that. Yeah. LB Shane Steichen had this offense unstoppable. It wasn't Shane. It wasn't you know. Shane Steichen did have the offense unstoppable, but we started slow last year as well. It wasn't raining last year, so we were able to air it out. We were able to air it out a little more last year. You know what I mean? I don't get it. Can we stop acting like Swift is Barry Sanders? Detroit was okay with giving him up. Gainwell is RB1. I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? But we started slow last year. I don't know if Detroit got turf. I think we started it indoors, so we was able to put up some points, had that track meet. But the defense was trash in week 1 last year. The defense was trash yesterday, if you ask me. I think that the star of the show was the defensive line in the clutch, because Fletcher Cox came out and made 2 great plays. My guy Nikolai G, thank you for the super chat. Dirty W, how you feeling about Minnesota after that? What do you mean how I feel about Minnesota? I know they lost yesterday, so Minnesota is trying to avoid going 0-2, because you know it's a wrap pretty much after that. Justin Jefferson looked unstoppable yesterday from what I've read, but it is what it is. We're going to see. I just don't think that. And if Minnesota's center is out, Jalen Carter and Fletcher Cox should move a sitting duck and Kirk Cousins around and make some errant throws. So, yeah, man, I'm not really worried about Minnesota. Our home opener is definitely going to be different. We're definitely going to show out at home. But it is what it is. Every time you need that yard, Kenny G gets it. Yeah, Kenneth Gainwell is a first down machine. I'm confused as to why people are saying he's not an RB1. When Kenneth Gainwell touched the ball, the chains move. I mean, I get it. Look around the league, everybody rusty. Everybody was rusty. I think Joe Burrow had 90 passing yards yesterday. 90 passing yards yesterday. I would like to think the Giants were a little rusty, because getting a broomstick at home 40-0 is egregious. That's disrespectful. See, right now, this is the thing. There's a lot of teams that don't know what they need to work on right now. It's a lot of teams. Like, if you win 40-0, I doubt you think you need to work on anything. And listen, man, let's be clear about this, man. Winning 40-0 is an impressive win no matter how you cut it. Winning 40-0 is just impressive. You can't put no fake on that. That just is what it is. Winning 40-0 is absolutely impressive. So, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to downgrade nobody's win, because a win is exactly that, a win. You know what I mean? But these guys running around here having a parade right now because they beat Daniel Jones is still cookout. You see the sun? It's still cookout weather outside. I had the grill fired up yesterday. That's all I'm going to say. It's still summertime, for real, for real. I'm not worrying about no Daniel Jones win in the summertime when you blow the Giants out. Nor am I worrying about the Eagles seemingly struggling in week 1 because they ain't playing preseason. I'm just not worried. I'm not taking no stock. Into anything that you just saw last week or this week. I'm not taking no stock into it. I'm not taking no stock into it, because if the Commanders don't play Arizona, that's an L for them. They was looking real bad in that game. Everybody does this. If you got a good team, you're going to smoke the Giants. The Dallas Cowboys have a phenomenal defense, in my opinion. So, yeah, that was, even though I picked the Giants to win. I drank the Kool-Aid. I will never pick them bums again. I'll tell you that right now. I will never pick the Giants again. And it wasn't my hate for the Dallas Cowboys that made me pick the New York Giants. It was just schematically what I saw. Now, when you look at the first series, they was moving the ball. They was running up the gut. I said, I don't think the Dallas Cowboys can stop the run up the middle. But let's face the facts. When you got to come out and do all of these QB keepers and all of this misdirection and try to get a defense off balance, they got you right where they want you, bro. That's you on the saw. The blade is right here next to your head. You on the table with the saw. They just ain't hit the power button yet. You're done when you got to do all of that stuff. You know what I mean? If you can't throw the ball from the pocket and stand in the face of the pressure and deliver strikes, the game is going to be over for you 9 times out of 10, no matter who you play. You know what I mean? I thought that them boys would have had a little more fight in them, though. And I thought their defense would have did something. But they baloney, man. I never picked them bums again. You know what I mean? The Giants made me think they was real. They real trash. I mean, the Giants left off with it. Yeah, come on. The last 2 times them teams stepped on the field, they got manhandled. You know what I'm saying? Justin Evans starting linebacker. It could happen, Alexis. It could happen. It could happen for sure. But, you know, a lot of things to clean up. Week 1, I'd rather take that type of win. You know what I mean? Listen, I would love to win 40-0. I would love to win 40-0. But you know, we know what we got to clean up. A lot of people right now thinking that they good money right now. A lot of people thinking they good money right now. They have the coaching staff, but they don't have the talent. Who, the Giants? Nah, bro, I don't even think they got the coaching staff, bro. Dog, losing 40-0 at home, bro, your whole organization trash. Opening the season, losing 40-0. The Giants might not win a game for a long time this year. They looking like buns. Then you got dudes running around here saying Daniel Jones is better than Dak Prescott. I just stayed out of that because it ain't got nothing to do with me. Because I know Daniel Jones ain't better than Jalen Hurts. I know Daniel Jones ain't better than Jalen Hurts. I know Daniel Jones is listen, you know what I mean? You can listen. Tiki Barber running around here on the radio talking about 100 out of 100 times he'll take Daniel Jones. They was wilding, bro. Listen, bro. They hyped them boys up, and just how they hyped them up against us. Just how they hyped them up against us in the divisional round. Oh, they just beat Minnesota. This team is ready. This team ready to get boots put on them, bro. Boots put on them. So yeah, I'm not really buying. The only stock I'm buying is that the Giants are garbage. That's the stock that I'm buying. LBU said DJ was the second best QB in the division. Was that trolling? I don't believe in Dak Prescott. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't believe in Dak Prescott. I don't believe that when it's time for. Let's listen. This is the thing, man. Your defense is not going to get you 2 touchdowns every week. Your defense is not going to be blocking field goals every week. That's not sustainable in the NFL, man. To have your defense put on a clinic like that every week. Defenses always put clinics like that on the Giants. We did that to them in the playoffs. Ran the ball down their throat, beat up on a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? In the playoffs, that's what we did to them. I started the Cowboys defense in one of my fantasies last week. Got my 35 points because I know Daniel Jones and pressure just don't end well. I know it. I know it. Is Daniel Jones the second best quarterback in the division? No, man. Daniel Jones is not better than Dak Prescott, man. He's not better than Dak Prescott. He's not. I think he got more heart than Dak Prescott, but he ain't better than Dak Prescott, man. Nah, man. It don't matter who the second best. The first best is Jalen. I'm tired of seeing Maddox getting burnt like cheese, bro. I mean, Maddox got to tighten up. Shout out to y'all, man. 642 people. Lunchtime with the bullies. The first one. You know what I mean? If you're just getting here, they said Nakobe Dean gonna miss multiple weeks. It is what it is. Yeah. Put the dirt on the Giants, man. Put the dirt on the Giants. That was a funeral. And shout out to Dallas, man. They ended that season quick. That was over with fast. That was over with fast. Let's talk about week 2. It ain't week 2 yet. It ain't week 2 yet. You know what I mean? I haven't diagnosed what's going on with Minnesota yet. It ain't week 2 yet. I'm still marinating from the carnage of our game yesterday at 4:00. Because Fletcher Cox scheduled to get an MRI. Is he even going to be available? Nakobe Dean apparently is not going to be available. So count on Nicholas Morrow getting upgraded. Buda Baker, I think that trade gotta happen. I think that Buda thing might gotta happen. Dean and these injuries got me concerned. LB got me concerned. I get it. I get it. The injuries are concerning. The Patriots defense. Patriots are underrated as a whole. And that's another thing I keep trying to tell. The Patriots are going to be in every game this year. The Patriots are well coached. You know what I'm saying? The Patriots have an identity. Mac Jones can throw the ball. You know what I mean? The Patriots are going to be in every game, man. They're going to be in every game. The Patriots are going to win more games than a lot of people expect. But you know what I mean? Like I said, you can't take no, you can't, listen, they gave us a pretty good shot and still lost. You really can't take you can't take nothing into account. Jalen Hurts was the third best QB in the division yesterday. Was he the third best QB in the division yesterday? So you're telling me Sam Howell played better than Jalen Hurts? I guess. Who was the first best quarterback in the division? The guy that only completed 13 passes? I mean, I don't think nobody in our division threw for 200 yards, did they? That'll be the Vikings defense trash. It really is. I heard Bradbury might have a concussion. Do you know? It looked like it. It looked like it after he was in on that gang tackle and Job had to come in. And shout out to Job for making that clutch play. But I think, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Brett, because he ain't about to declare protocol. We got Thursday night game. He's not about to declare protocol that fast. He's not about to declare protocol that fast. You know what I mean? He's not about to declare protocol that fast. So, you know, Job is going to step in. I think Job is ready for his moment. Job with a really key, you know, push on a wide receiver after the ball touched his hand, so he couldn't get that second foot down. And that in essence ended the game. So, you know, I'm excited to see what Job could bring to the table. I really am. But hey, man, this is what you get all this talent for. This is what you get all this talent for. So, you know, Eli Ricks, yeah, Eli Ricks is going to move up in the depth chart for the Minnesota game. You know what I mean? I would bracket Justin Jefferson, and I would send the hounds at Kirk Cousins. You can't play around with this game. I want this game to be over with quick. If we could only promote 2 players in the practice squad for Thursday night, what do you think we should do? I think you gotta promote Nicholas Morrow, and I'll promote 2 linebackers if you got to. I'm bringing up 2 linebackers, or a linebacker and a safety. Eli Ricks should take Maddox's spot. I mean, Eli Ricks is more of an outside guy. I don't want to see Eli Ricks in the slot. Yeah, you think? I think Maddox. Listen, some changes. It's a few simple changes. A few simple changes that could be made to make this thing effective for the Philadelphia Eagles. I would put Maddox at safety this year. I would consider putting Maddox at safety this year. Rotating Maddox, Sidney Brown on passing situations. You know what I mean? Those are like Maddox is a good safety too. So it is what it is. Mike Banks, what up? Goodman Williams and Morrow. Okay, I like Goodman Williams. Hope Bradbury is good to go. Me too. Vikings defense is wet paper bag soft. Right. Jalen Hurts is throwing for 350 yards against the Vikings at home. He's throwing for 350 yards against the Vikings. You know what I mean? I think we're going to sustain some long drives. And you know what that means is the defense won't have to be on the field. It's a shame that I don't even want to say defense on the field. I don't want to see the defense on the field. But, you know, it's a shame, you know, that, you know, it's so much panic in a week 1 win. A week 1 win shouldn't bring this much panic and uncertainty. You got a Cowboys fan here, Cowboys for Life 17 said, y'all trash. We got the same record as y'all after our first game of the season. I mean, y'all trash. You've been trash your whole adult life. If the 17 stand for your age, you was trash while you was still in your dad's testicles. You've never seen an NFC Championship game, young boy. You never seen a young boy. I mean, you trash. Your dad trash. You know what I mean? Your grandpop the only winner in the family tree. You living off your grandpop's success. You know what I mean? I don't want to keep reminding y'all what I was doing last year and in 2017 when my team was in the Super Bowl, pouring bubbly on models. Like, you never expect my life as a fan is not your life as a fan. My life as a fan is not your life as a fan. It's not. You know what I mean? I don't get it. You got to understand, when your team in the Super Bowl, you could pour bubbly on BBLs. You could do stuff like that. You could have your way when your team in the Super Bowl. You can celebrate like a champion. Unfortunately, that's not your life as a fan. Now, you know what I mean? You know, me and my girl we go back. You know what I mean? I'm going to celebrate different because now I'm a responsible adult. But when, you know, 2017, I don't understand. Come on, bro. You ain't never do it. You ain't never do it like I did it. You still out here riding Deion Sanders' strap. And you know, and this is the reason that Deion Sanders, you know, come on. Y'all still putting Emmitt Smith in Tostitos commercials. Because that's the last time y'all was winners. The last time y'all was winners. Enjoy your win, brother. Enjoy it. Enjoy beating Daniel Jones. Enjoy it. Because Aaron Rodgers coming to town next week, so you need to focus on that. You need to focus on that. Don't worry about the Eagles, man. We're going to see y'all real soon. We're going to settle our differences on the field. Y'all look good yesterday. That defense looked ready. That defense looked ready. But this is what I think. I think that was y'all best ball. I think that was it. Try to do it again. Try to do it again. Y'all went and didn't get it, so it was pointless. Talk now and goofy. Y'all almost choked. Went and didn't get what in 2017? Y'all keep trying to erase what happened when we did get it a couple years before. You trying to act like that ain't happen? Sad, man. Y'all live a sad life. Y'all act like that was the only one we was in the last couple years. Y'all live a sad existence, man. Y'all act like y'all didn't see Nick Foles holding that joint. Y'all act like we didn't beat Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Y'all act like we ain't been to 2 in, what, 6 years? Why y'all be lying to yourselves, man? Why y'all be lying to yourselves, man? I really don't have no real smoke with the Cowboys fans or the Cowboys fan base. That's a real big misconception that's going on because, you know, the way I go after them on Twitter, the way they come after me on Twitter, people think it's like real smoke. But like, I don't beef with losers. I don't beef with losers. I don't have issues with losers. I don't have disagreements with losers. I make fun of losers. That's the difference. I don't have any quarrel with a loser. I don't do the only thing I could do for a loser is let them be a loser. Y'all losers to me. Losers living off the glory days, man. Talk to me when you get to an NFC championship game or something. I would love to give y'all respect one day, but I don't think that it's going to happen. I think we got a better chance of so many things happening than y'all being a successful franchise in the cold winter months. Like a meteor hitting Earth, like the housing market, like people getting back to 2%. You know what I mean? I think a lot of stuff changes before y'all are a championship winning football team again. You know what I mean? You better beat the Vikings. I don't got to do nothing. You better beat the Jets. Bring Penny up, send Scott. Talking about we better beat the Vikings. Aaron Rodgers about to doodle on y'all. Cowboys fans, I watch LB more than Cowboys fans watch LB more than any Cowboys content stream because the football knowledge he got. Not just in the NFC, but the NFC he's been watching. I appreciate you. So they think because I make fun of them, I don't be know what I'm talking about. But I let them think whatever they think, man. Ask how many of them could sit in their car and get 721 people lunchtime with the bullies. They can't do that. We just signed Rashad Evans? Linebacker Rashad Evans. Okay, we got some stuff to talk about when I get home. We definitely got some stuff to talk about, man. We got some stuff to talk about when I get home, man. But shout out to y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, man. I'm going to do another video when I get home. Well before Monday Night Football, before I go to the gym and things of that nature, man. And make sure y'all tap in and stream. God bless who hating on all streaming platforms. Doing major numbers, man. Doing major numbers, man. And that's all thanks to y'all, man. And make sure y'all tap in with Big Print Champs. Get your Hurt Season shirt, man. Because you get the hat at a discounted rate with any purchase. I don't even have a Hurt Season shirt. They're selling so fast. Make sure you do that for me, man. And you know what I mean? Make sure y'all stay safe. Have a productive Monday. Y'all know the vibes.